welcome to my channel. My name is Erica, and in today's video, I am ranking all of the eyeshadow palettes that I have from LadybugGlow. Now, LadybugGlow is the US indie brand that I am madly in love with. I just love everything that I've gotten from LadybugGlow thus far, and I'm going to continue to get more products from LadybugGlow. I've already made a decision that every single time this brand releases an eyeshadow palette, I'm getting the palette, period. I just love the LadybugGlow formula of mattes and shimmers. I love the way their palettes are put together, the arrangement of the colors, the color stories, the powder packaging, all of it. I just love it. So this really, out of all the ranking videos I've done thus far on my channel, I've had my channel for 2.5 years. This was the hardest ranking I've ever done, and I only have 7 palettes. It's not like I was ranking my ColourPop palettes or BH Cosmetics palettes or, brands that I have a ton of palettes from. 7. And it took me hours to get this figured out. And I want to say very clearly that I don't dislike any of these palettes at all. I love them all. I mean, I'm going to say that a lot during this video, how much I love the LadybugGlow eyeshadow palettes, but it's true. I truly do. They're amazing. I basically just arranged them the way that I did based on, I don't know, color story, my experiences with the palettes, and I still don't know that I got it right. And if you ask me to do this tomorrow, it might be different. And if you'd asked me to do this yesterday, it also might be different. I don't know. But really my goal here is just to express my love and devotion and infatuation with this incredible indie brand. So I'm going to start off with the lowest ranked palette, palette number 7, and that is the LadybugGlow palette. Isn't that super cute? Now, the reason why this is ranked 7th is just because out of all the color stories I have from this brand, I mean, I love this color story. I absolutely do. But it is maybe a little trickier for me to work with because I don't have a ton of experience putting different types of colors together, And so this does kind of make me sit there for a minute, kind of scratching my noggin going, what am I going to do here? But I will tell you that the shades I've used in this palette are absolutely stunning. The mattes, the shimmers. There's 3 shimmers right here. These are 2 very duochrome, multichrome shimmers. And then we have this just dynamic silver in your face, bam, shade. Now I did use this in the look that I created with this palette. I've only used this palette once. I need to use it again. Or no, did I use it twice? I think I've used it twice. But in one of the looks I created, I used this as my inner corner shade. And it's like having a flashlight right in the inner corner of your eye, just whoa. So if you're wanting a really dynamic, in your face silver shimmer, this one right here is for you. Like I said, these are very duochrome, multichrome. I don't know why I keep saying duochrome. They're very multichrome. I mean, I don't know how well you can see the shift in color in my camera, but like this is kind of orangey. This is kind of like magenta, and then it shifts to all kinds of fun stuff in there. And I love the vibrancy of these other mattes up here. I just need to continue to use this palette, of course. But I don't know. I just was looking at all the palettes, and this one is the one I guess that, like, I don't know, is trickiest for me to work with in terms of putting a look together. But man, it's gorgeous and I love it. The palette in the 6th spot is the Everyday Sparkle palette. And I love the packaging. I love the butterflies. And the brand owner actually sent this to me in PR because I just started my no-buy that went nowhere. I did not stick to a no-buy for 6 months. And very kindly sent this to me because she really wanted me to have this. And I love it. Yes, this is a neutral palette, but it's a neutral palette with the huge punch kick into non-neutral. And that comes from this row of shimmers up here. Very multichrome, duochrome, very flippy. Can you see that right there? Like it's, well, icy green, but in the camera it almost looks red or brown, kind of reddish brown. See, there's a reddish brown, and then there's the green. This is beautiful. This is kind of like peach and gold. This is more like, well, yeah, it's got some shifts to it too. And then this one's kind of like a peach and magenta pinky stuff going on. I mean, look at that. Look at that. And all these mattes are gorgeous too. Everything works really well. The pigmentation is beyond compare with LadybugGlow palettes in terms of their mattes. Very pigmented, yet blend very well. And there are some pressed pigments in the palettes, and I know some people can struggle with pressed pigments because sometimes they don't blend as well as just traditional eyeshadows do. And I have not had that experience with any of these palettes. Like everything blends really well. lasts really well throughout the day. My looks typically look exactly the same when I leave for work as when I get home from work. But yeah, I think if you're wanting a neutral palette, but you want some mystery, some enigma in your eye look, I would definitely pick up this palette. I don't know what's still available and what isn't. I feel kind of dumb that I don't know that, but I don't know. So yeah, I think just because this is a more neutral leaning palette, and I just really liked the other color stories I have from LadybugGlow maybe a little better, but then I kind of don't. That's why this is 6. I don't know. The palette in the 5th place is the Castle of Horror palette that was done in collaboration with Blair Dale MUA. And I just did a 2 looks video with this. I do have a collab video coming up. I'm not going to tell you with who, with this palette. I cannot wait. And just a gorgeous, cool toned color story with a lot of beautiful depth in here, and different depth in here as well. You know, and usually when you have this type of palette, there's usually like some kind of like pastel type shade, you know, or sometimes, not always. And this one is, I would say, lighter. You know, it's not like a true dark purple, but I love the depth in here. It's just deep and vampy and sexy and purple, blue, black, brownish, reddish, actually more reddish than brownish. This looks brown to me in the pan, but when I put it on my lid, it was very reddish, purpley brown. And I just love the configuration. I love all the tones in here. We got the multichrome, duochrome, metallic, just really fun. And the brand owner suggested that I use Vortex and Fear Factor together. So in my collab video that's coming up with this palette, that just might be what I do. I love the packaging. And the reason why this is ranked 5th, I guess I don't have to give you a reason why it's ranked 5th. It's just, I like the other color story just a tad bit better than this one, but I love it. Number 4 is the Galaxia Maga palette. Look at that beautiful packaging. And I just think this color story is superb. Tons of different options and really nice formula. Again, I mean, all of the palettes have just incredible, impeccable formulas. Let's see, if I could pick a favorite shade out of this palette, this gold shade is absolutely stunning. This is really nice too. And I'm not usually a pink fan, but it's got like this light pink gold flip to it. I need to use this again. I think I've used this twice. I mean, that's ridiculous. I need to use this 20 times. Actually, you know what I might do? This might be coming in a 3 looks video soon. I love that there's vibrancy and depth and neutral and colorful. Like, you have a really good mix of lots of different stuff in here. And I think the packaging is really cute. Look how fun that is. It's out of space. The palette in the 3rd spot is also the palette that I used to create this eye look today. And this is the Murky Waters palette. Cool packaging, mermaid, pond, fronds, fish. Yeah, cool. And this is just, again, absolutely beautiful. And we've got, what, 8 shades here. So you think, well, that's not a very big palette and there's not a whole lot you can do with it. I tell you, there's a ton of stuff you can do with it. I really do like the tones of the mattes, because those you can kind of mix and match and they go really well together. But the really fun thing about this palette that I just love is the rose shimmers, because they're so multichrome, duochrome, metallic, very different from each other. And they look completely different on the lids from each other too. I use these 2 shades right here. This one is called Merman and this one is called Atlantis on my lids today. This shade right here, Shellfish. So beautiful. I still have yet to use Murky Waters. I need to do that. I used, let's see, these 2 mattes, Lagoon and Seaweed. And what's so cool is, even though I only used 4 shades, this shade right here provides about, I don't know, 15 shades in one. See what I mean? So it's like, you just, the shimmers that LadybugGlow creates just kicks your look up into a whole different stratosphere. That's what I love. And oh, this was so fun to put this look together. It was a blast. Number 2 and number 1 were really hard for me to figure out. I kept putting them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, but I'm leaving them like this. So number 2 is the Floresta palette. Isn't that the cutest little bear? I just want to put my face right in his little chest, neck area and just snuffle him. Because you're like, Erica, tone her down. This is stunning. The vibrancy and of course the depth, different options in here. The shimmers in here are so vibrant and metallic and just in your face. They're not playing around. They did not come to play. This shade right here called Sunny, this yellow matte, is like a fluorescent yellow, of course. And normally, and I've mentioned this before, I'm repeating myself a lot here in this video. I've mentioned that these types of shades, and this one too, get kind of murky on my skin tone because I have that kind of weird, kind of dirty golden undertone to my skin. And that did not happen at all with these shades. They stayed completely true to pan, very fluorescent. This shade right here is called Venomous, and it's very multichrome, kind of purpley blue, magenta, just really fun flips in here. And then we have this one here called Borboleta, which is like blue and purple. This does have a little bit of a pink shift to it as well. This is beautiful, very like bronzy. It's called Dawn. And, you know, just a really fun, unique color story here. I mean, truthfully. And you can do like monochromatic with this if you want, by, you know, rows or columns, or you can mix and match. You can go by rows. I mean, whatever you want to do. But, you know, I think there's some safety in this palette. And then there's also some wild, fun, crazy stuff going on. You know, it's like the girl next door. You never know what you're going to get. But I love it. Love this. And this almost made it to the #1 spot. But the palette that is in the #1 spot is the Pond Lily. Oh, I just love this palette. Isn't that just the cutest packaging ever? And this palette was released. I instantly went and grabbed it. I was like, I gotta get it. Gotta get it. I think, was this my second or third purchase from LadybugGlow? I can't remember. But I mean, look at that color story. Look at that. It's gorgeous. And the thing that I think is cool about this palette, like when I look at it, what I see is doing looks in terms of quads. Like you can do a look with these four, and these four. That's kind of easy for you. Or, I mean, obviously you can do whatever you want with an eyeshadow palette. But I do like the fact that when I look at it, I see quads, like looks in quads, which I think is great. Again, we've got the multichrome, duochrome, metallic in the shimmers, and just a really fun matte color story too. Just really, really cool, different tones together. Depth, light, shifty, beautiful, just gorgeous. Oh, yeah, I'm just so thrilled that I discovered this indie brand. I truly am madly in love with it. So that's how I chose to rank my 7 LadybugGlow eyeshadow palettes today. I'm sitting here thinking, should I have done it differently? Should I do this again? Try it again? No. That's my ranking. I'm sticking with it. But I really do encourage you guys to go and check out this brand if you haven't yet already. I love to support indie brands, #1. And I have had such wonderful interactions with the brand owner. Very positive. She's very kind, very supportive. You know, she sent me a palette and PR, just really cool. You know, I have a very teeny tiny little channel here, and the fact that she was willing to do that really meant a lot to me. And I love chatting with her. And I think she's created an absolutely stunning, impeccable brand with just amazing formulas, really nice packaging. Customer service is top notch. You know, I order a palette, I get it very quickly. I've gotten the lip glosses. I have one of those on today on my lips. Which shade is that? Let's see, I use this shade here, #4, over the top of a purple liquid lipstick that's buried. I can't find it. But, you know, I love the duochrome, multichrome lip glosses that I got from the brand. She did throw in another lipstick and a couple singles. I still need to try the eyeshadow singles. They're gorgeous. You know, I mean, just really cool, really, really neat relationship that I have with her. And I love supporting her brand. Absolutely. Now, I do have a code with LadybugGlow. It's Erica10. It's affiliated. It'll save you 10% off your purchase. But please do not feel obligated. There's a lot of people, wonderful people here that have codes with this brand, but I'm just letting you know it is there if you'd like to use it, but no pressure. If you have tried this brand, I would love to know what palettes you have from the brand. We can chat about that in the comment section. But I know I've already said this. I'm going to say it one more time before I wrap this video up. If you haven't yet gone to LadybugGlow's Etsy shop, I'll link it in my description box. Go check it out. Go see what you think. Because I think it would be really hard to leave the site without putting at least something in your cart. It might sit there for a while, but I definitely recommend that you hit the proceed to checkout button. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your lives to sit down and watch this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, and of course, comment down below in the comment section. I love to chat with you guys there. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video. But in the meantime, please take very good care of yourself. Be well, safe, happy. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Drop it.